2017 and 2020, the video game Fight of Gods was released on various platforms like Steam, Nintendo Switch, and PlayStation. In it, gods, religious and mythological figures from diverse cultures clash with each other in the pure style of Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. While this may seem a bit irreverent at first, it is historically true that the thousands of gods that have existed have always confronted each other. Therefore, asking which one is truly the most powerful of all, not just according to their followers, but qualitatively speaking, can be highly entertaining, to say the least. What makes the topic fascinating is that different pantheons, or collections of gods, share many characteristics, despite emerging in vastly different places, times, and cultures. If we focus on the qualitative aspect, that is, the type and nature of their power, not just brute force, the most powerful deities tend to be those representing concepts of creation, sovereignty, wisdom, and transcendence. They are the heads of their pantheons and sometimes have rivals, but their power is total or near total over their respective worlds. The candidates could be categorized by 1. Gods of supreme sovereignty and wisdom. 2. Creator, destroyer, and conceptual deities. 3. Transcendent deities. In the first category, candidates could include Odin from Norse mythology, whose power is rooted in wisdom and esoteric knowledge, magic, runes, prophecy, more than just strength. He sacrificed himself to gain knowledge of the universe's secrets. He is the All-Father and governs destiny. Zeus from Greek mythology, the most powerful of Olympus, the sovereign of the sky, and the wielder of the thunderbolt. His power is the supreme force used to maintain order. Qualitatively, his domain is one of political power and authority over other gods and mortals. Ra from Egyptian mythology, the god of the sun, creation, and order. He is the creator of life and the shaper of the universe. His dominion over time and creation puts him in a position of fundamental power, even if other deities eventually took on the executive power. Notice that all these gods govern and create a single universe or system of realms, such as Olympus, Asgard, or the Nile. In the second category, creator, destroyer, and conceptual deities, we find figures that often transcend the structure of a traditional pantheon, representing cosmic forces or the universe itself. Here, the candidates are Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva, the Trimurti of Hinduism, which exhibits universal or multiversal levels of power. Brahma is the creator of the universe. Vishnu is the preserver. Shiva is the destroyer and/or transformer. Together, they manage the continuous functioning of the universe in unimaginably vast cycles, the yugas. While one might seem more powerful than the others, they are all part of a single, indispensable system. In the third category, we have transcendent, monotheistic deities, such as the God, Yahweh, Allah, the Father in Christianity, characterized by their omnipotence, omniscience, and omnipresence, but in a well-defined temporal and geographical scope, even if global. By definition, each is the creator of everything, is eternal, and represents absolute and unlimited power within their own time and space. There are other entities that cannot participate in this contention, such as the Tao of Taoism, which is not a deity as such. The Tao is the fundamental principle of the universe, immaterial, unimaginable, the ineffable source of all existence, and cannot be surpassed because it is the very concept of reality. Buddha also cannot be included in the count because he is technically not a god, even though many treat him as such. Beyond comparisons and discussions, however, there is a deity that is qualitatively, pay attention to this word, qualitatively superior to the others. And that is the Hindu god Krishna, who is said to create or contain infinite universes, or multiverses, a central and well-documented concept in the traditions of Krishnaism and Vaishnavism within Hinduism. Although science has recently begun to seriously review the concept of multiverses, the idea was already suggested about 5,000 years ago. One significant myth in this regard tells of the time his foster mother, Yashoda, scolded him for eating dirt. To prove his innocence, Krishna opened his mouth. When Yashoda looked inside, she did not see dirt, but the entire cosmos, with planets, stars, galaxies, the process of creation and dissolution, time itself, and all living beings, including herself and Krishna. This vision reveals that Krishna is not just a god, but the source and sustenance of all reality. There are also famous accounts where Krishna reveals himself as the original source and creator of infinite gods and universes, such as countless Brahmas, all governing distinct universes, which makes each creator god insignificant on the vast scale of the multiverse. These characteristics would make it practically impossible for any other deity, known or yet to be known, to surpass Krishna, at least conceptually and qualitatively, as the most powerful being in the universe. Indian myths provide the basis for arguing that Krishna's power operates on a qualitative dimension superior to that of a mere king of the gods, like Zeus or Odin, by being the origin of existence itself, the infinity of cosmoses, and their laws. Perhaps the only thing that could challenge this is the monotheistic gods, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, where power is omnipotent by definition. But the Hindu multiversal concept approaches or even exceeds the definition of omnipotence by specifying that creation encompasses many universes, is non-linear and non-specific, or with a beginning and an end, but also cyclical and infinite, giving it a scale unknown in other religious descriptions. Of course, it would be very difficult to reach a universal religious consensus, but that is outside this discussion. In the history of humanity at least, there is a qualitative argument to define rankings. Just for fun, we asked several artificial intelligences to suggest a top 10 or ranking of gods from the different mythologies. One very well-known AI, after a long discussion, suggested the following. As number 1, the Tao from Taoism, not a deity, but the fundamental, unquantifiable source of all reality. 2, Krishna, Brahman form, creates and contains infinite universes or multiverses. 3, Yahweh, monotheistic God, has omnipotence, omniscience, creator of all existence within their scope. 4, Shiva. In Hinduism, he is the destroyer, transformer, operates on a cosmic scale. 5, Vishnu from Hinduism, is the preserver, maintains the cosmic order across ages. 6, Odin, the Norse Allfather, master of wisdom, magic, and fate. 7, Zeus, the Greek king of the gods, supreme political power and physical force. 8, Ra, the Egyptian god of the sun and creation, primary source of life and order. 9, Nyx, primordial goddess of the night, who has control over fundamental forces that even the Olympian gods fear. And 10, the beautiful Greek Aphrodite, the force of desire with dominion over will and passion that subdues all gods and mortals. Indeed, all idols have feet of clay, and definitely, perhaps the best way to find the true God is within the temple of yourself. Tell us if you have a ranking, and who would be your favorite in an apocalyptic fight matchup.